trying to kill that son of a bitch. 6 times we went for him.
Kids up there ain't going in there now.
One time I went along. The last time, I guess, was in '63. We sent in 3 Cuban snipers. Belgian rifles, scopes, the whole works.
De la revolución, aquel compañero. Vaya. El comandante, ahí va. Eternamente recordado y querido. Aquel que fue el máximo abanderado. El tenaz defensor de la conciencia de
¿Qué les pasa a ustedes?
Cuando toda una provincia no tenga que estar realizando estos trabajos, entonces la revolución habrá realizado una de sus obras más humanas. Cuando haya un hombre que tenga que estar controlado de la conciencia del hombre como instrumento del desarrollo de la revolución, aquel ¡cuidado!
In my final meetings with Johnny Rosselli, he told me the rest of the story about the Cuban snipers who had attempted to kill Castro. What he had left out in earlier meetings was the most shocking revelation of all.
I never saw those guys again. But I heard that they were caught and tortured. I guess Castro's boys are pretty persuasive because I heard the word came back that the hit team we sent in was turned around. They were sent back to the U.S. to kill Kennedy. Castro must have figured that the CIA was sent in. Kennedy knew about it and was part of it. Killing Kennedy probably wasn't such a big deal to our guys. The truth is they hated his guts. Bobbies all over everybody, everywhere, all the damn time. After all, we helped him get elected. I bought votes for him in Illinois myself. Anyway, they were all over us. The word was Kennedy had to go.
Johnny Rosselli, the self-styled strategist, had revealed a web of intrigue that made headlines about the Mafia, the CIA, Castro, and JFK's assassination. But that was just the beginning of his revelations.
The way I heard it, the Cubans handed over Oswald. They figured he was a perfect fall guy, a real crackpot. They said he was good with a rifle. Not that it mattered. Kennedy was going down that day whether he hit his mark or not. Oswald was a patsy or a chump, really. His uncle or something ran the numbers in New Orleans. Ruby was one of our guys, strictly small time. He started like I did in Chicago with Capone. but he was strictly an errand boy. That's all. That's all he did. Anyway, he was in real good with the Dallas cops, and when we gave him the call, he responded. He didn't have a choice, really. Oswald had to go. He just knew too much. At least that's what I heard.
Sam Giancana, who like Johnny Rosselli had received a subpoena from the Senate, was enjoying retirement in his Oak Park, Illinois home. 1 week before his scheduled testimony, as he was preparing a midnight snack in his basement kitchen, he was surprised by an uninvited guest.
The committee, of course, notes with interest that Mr. Giancana was done away with. He had been contacted by some of our staff in the matter of trying to get information on the Rosselli matter.
It's obvious who hit him. He was Trafficante hiding on his yacht. He did not want any exposure because he was given a guarantee by Johnny. So he had to stop Sam. They didn't want him to take that stand. But they found the gun weeks later in the field. It was a .22 with a silencer. Where did it come from? Florida.
That was a professional hit.
Definitely. And the first bullet hit him back here. Now, when he fell down, the rest of the bullets were grouped around his mouth. That's the old mob sign, don't talk.
Rosselli appeared before the Senate committee on Monday of the following week, just 4 days after Giancana's murder. In secret testimony, he told what he knew, in part, calmly, as if he were eating breakfast.
Tom Wadden and I appeared with John when he was called before the Senate committee, and we were present during his testimony.
Did the committee ask him about the assassination of John F. Kennedy?
John testified that he was napping. He was awakened from his nap and was told that President Kennedy had been assassinated, and his first reaction was the Cubans must have gotten him.
Eventually, he said he knew who the assassins were. He never did tell me the names, but I know he did speak of it in Washington, D.C.
And this is not something that he would have invented?
No. No. He was too shrewd to do that.
Rosselli's credibility was further investigated during the House Select Committee hearings in 1979, which affirmed a conspiracy theory involving a second assassin or assassins.
Either Rosselli guessed it, or it was true. And for Rosselli to say that he knew that Cubans connected to Trafficante had done it, and that the fatal shot was from up front, was contrary to the official story, but is wholly consistent with what an insider having access, for example, to what the shooter behind behind the fence would have said, that there was a ring of truth.
Come on, John, we catch the big one today, huh?
This is where we get the big one.
In 1976, Johnny Rosselli had retired to Florida. On a balmy afternoon, he went deep-sea fishing with some unidentified friends. In the warmth of the afternoon sun, he may have forgotten that he was still in the cold shadow of Santo Trafficante.
Big ones are hitting today, John. Huh?
This is the place, Al. I'm glad you guys talked me into this today. Oh, thanks, Tony. Thanks. We're gonna get a big one today.
Hey, Tony, get him a drink, huh?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Al. Good day for fishing. I miss this, you know.
I know. I'm getting a drink.
Sure. Al, I think I got one. Al, I think I got one, Al. Al, I got one. No!
Carlos was definitely looking to have him hit.
Sorry, Johnny. You talk too much.
He called him Johnny in the drum. He wasn't supposed to pop back up. That was somebody made a mistake.
In just 3 short years after the assassination, 18 material witnesses died by gunfire, karate chops, and slashed throats. According to the London Sunday Times, the odds of all these witnesses being killed so soon after testifying is 100,000 trillion to 1.
A special report from Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Jack Anderson.
We stand today on the edge of a new frontier, the frontier of the 1960s.
How many men pulled the trigger? How has this conspiracy been kept secret for 25 years? And why are people still being threatened and killed for what they know? Who murdered JFK?